Hey, what's going on, Scott? My name is Tyler, also known as Headband Honda Man. I've been trying to reach out to you. What I wanted to do is I wanted to give you a video walk around real quick so that way you could really get an in-depth look of the vehicle. And then, as promised, we're going to get you those numbers over as well so that way you can equip this vehicle exactly how you like it, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into it. This is what your key fob is going to look like, okay? Of course, it is a Touring. I know that you were also looking at an Elite as well. Both are going to have power tailgate. When you want to access that, it's very simple. Hit the hold button like so, and voila. It also has the hands-free tailgate as well. So if you have a handful of groceries or whatever, you can actually kick your foot underneath here and it will close and open for you as well, okay? Now let's talk about the tailgate here, okay? So as you can see here, you got one seat down, you got one seat up. It is gonna come, both of these let down, excuse me. You are also going to get the following. So you're going to get this all with a trunk tray here. It folds out completely when the seats are completely let down in the event that you need to. But however, if they're both up like so, you have the all with a trunk tray to protect the carpet, that sort of thing. Now, if this isn't enough cargo space for you, no problem. So you can simply just open this up like so, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. You got a whole lot more cargo space underneath this little flap here, okay? All right, so let's back out here. When you want to close the tailgate, there's 3 different ways to do that. You can do it with the fob inside the cabin, of course, or you can simply hit this little nifty button right here. Voila. That's also going to come equipped with backup sensors, the Elite will as well. You're also going to get all weather floor mats throughout the entirety of the vehicle, so that's going to be in the 3rd row, the 2nd row, and the 1st row. You're also going to get mud guards, nitrogen-filled tires, wheel locks, a ceramic coating that is sprayed and applied to the entirety of the paint on the exterior. It lasts up to 6 months. You're also going to get Scotchgard on the leather as well. And last but not least, we'll go more over this when we get to meet that sort of thing, but it also comes with ELO GPS. It's a security system. We'll go over more of what that is and the benefits of that at a later time, okay? Now what I want to do is I want you to take a peek here on the 2nd row. Check that out, see how nice that is. It comes with panoramic sunroof, of course, 2 rows. The Elite is going to have captain seatings. And then, yeah, so let's keep moving along here. Now, of course, on both the Touring and the Elite, it's going to come with the following. So if you take a look at this door here, it's currently locked. If you heard that beep, that means now it's unlocked. It's going to come with keyless entry, okay? And you can access that with both the driver door and the 2nd door as well back here in the back, okay? It is going to come with blind spot monitoring system, excuse me. It is equipped with that. Let's come to the front. Let me show you some other neat things that you're going to get as well. So let's start with the top here. You are going to get the roof rails, the panoramic sunroof, all LED lighting. That's going to include the headlights, the daytime running lamps, fog lamps, and then also you're going to get front parking sensors as well, okay? Now, what I wanted to point out that's really important, if you take your attention to that cutout right there at the top of the windshield, that is the bread and butter of what makes a Honda a Honda. So as you probably know, Hondas are built on safety, and the main reason for that is because of that camera right there. It has braking mitigation, road mitigation, lane assist, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, you name it. We can kind of go more over those features, show you how those work when you get here. But when it comes to safety, look no further. This thing is perfect, okay? And last thing that I wanted to show you before we hop on the inside is I want to talk about something unique to Honda. So I don't know if you knew this or not, but however, God forbid this ever happened, but in the event that you have any kind of frontal collision go on, the engine, motor, and transmission drops at a 45-degree angle, so that way it doesn't come back on you and your family, okay? Now, what I wanted to show you too as well, it is going to come equipped with remote start. It's very easy to use. Simply hit the lock button like so. Hold that little half circle down for about 3 seconds, and voila. All right, so we're gonna hop in the driver's seat real quick. Now it cuts the car on. When you want the motor to turn on, simply put your foot on the brake, hit the push to start button like so, and bam, you're ready to rock and roll. All right, cool. So let's talk about the steering wheel. It's going to be leather wrapped, okay? On the left-hand side, Honda, again, is built on safety. They want you to be able to not be messing with your phone. You can basically control everything in the vehicle with just a push of a button here on the left-hand side. It's just your hands-free controls, basically, okay? On the right-hand side, you've got all of your adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist settings. Again, we can kind of get more into that when we actually come and do the test drive. It is a bit polarizing when you start getting into all that and how all this works, so on and so forth. Very user-friendly, by the way, but again, we'll get more into that when you get here, okay? You also have paddle shifters on the back here. That's fun whenever you're, using sport mode, if you ever use that. It also comes equipped with garage door programmer underneath the mirror here. 7-inch infotainment center, comes equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM radio, of course Bluetooth, your standard FM AM, backup camera, and built-in navigation, okay? Heated seats, both sides. Of course, this is just your panel to control like your fan settings. It is climate zone, so as you can see, it's currently on low, and you can kind of set the temp exactly how you want it on the inside of the vehicle, okay? Down here, you've got your standard USB port. That's so you can do your Apple CarPlay or your Android Auto connection. And then the right one is a Lightning port. That's just for simply charging, okay? Speaking of charging, you're also going to get a wireless charger down here at the bottom. You got this right here. This is all buttons to shift and so on and so forth and get where you got to go. So for an example, you want to go in reverse, simply put your foot on the brake, tap this back, you're ready to rock and roll. As you can see, you got your backup camera settings there. And you also have some settings here that we can dive more into when you get here, okay? Neutral, drive, sport mode, back down to drive, all pretty self-explanatory. Now, while speaking of the drive, let's talk about drive modes. So this little toggle switch right here is actually a really neat feature that Honda added into the new body style. You can simply just kind of play with it there, and notice how it changed up here by your speedometer. You got econ mode, you got snow, you've got tow mode, normal, and sport. Got a lot of driving modes, so you can get a lot out of this car for sure. A lot of different driving modes. Auto off feature, you can turn that off. I've personally never met anybody who actually likes that. When you turn that off, it turns off when the car gets to a stop and the car cuts off. It's to save gas, but like I said, I've never met anybody that likes that. You can turn that off at will. Hill descent. This is actually a really cool feature. So if you're ever going down a steep hill, when you have that on, basically the car will drive for you. All you have to focus on is the steering. So that's some more safety features that this Honda is going to come with as well, okay? Parking brake, that's self-explanatory. Brake hold is really neat. We can kind of get into more of that too when you do the test drive, what brake hold is, but it's a really nice little feature too as well. Basically, the best way I can explain that is when the car comes to a complete stop, you're at 0 miles per hour, you don't have to keep your foot on the brake. It's good when you're in bumper-to-bumper traffic and when you're at the drive-thru, okay? Let's talk about space. You got your leather armrest here. Let's pop this here. Check that out. Look at all that cargo space. I think we both can agree it's going to come with quite a bit, okay? Now, I know this was a pretty quick, fast run through. There's definitely some more things that I would love to show you, but this is just to kind of give you an overview of it. Again, the Elite is going to be very similar. It's just the only difference is going to be color and the rain sensing wipes, something of that nature, and cooled seats, of course. But again, we can dive more into that when you get here. Scott, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I want to thank my friend here, Julian, for holding the camera for me. So video credits to him. Again, thanks for watching. I look forward to meeting you, and I'm going to be getting you over those numbers to your email here very shortly. Again, thanks for watching. I hope to see you soon.